So, cousins, a new narrative is floating around social media claiming that Kendrick Lamar allegedly trashed a recording studio after finding out Future appeared on Drake's new Iceman album on a song called Ran to Atlanta. And now, y'all know I'm a straight shooter. I am going to shut this down immediately because it's bullshit. If you are here for the very first time, please do me a favor and smash that like button, share this video, hype this video up, let people know about this video because we have to get rid of these narratives. I swear this has to be like the second or third narrative this week in regards to Kendrick alone. Now, the tweet that sparked this entire conversation came from a parody account, a fake page. Twitter is running rampant with parody pages, fake captions. It is just terrible. Elon has turned this application inside out. And somehow, despite this being from a parody page, the tweet racked up nearly 2 million views, y'all. Over 19,000 likes, hundreds of comments, bookmarks, and engagement, all because people saw something dramatic and immediately accepted it as truth. And that right there is the real issue here. Nobody stopped to ask basic questions. Who tweeted this? How would they know this? Does this even make logical sense? People just saw Kendrick Lamar's name attached to Chaos, Drake's album cover, and ran with it because social media rewards engagement and not accuracy. And this has become a serious problem, not just online, but specifically in hip hop media culture in general. Now, me personally, I already knew the story sounded ridiculous, but, but, because I enjoy facts and not fan fiction, I actually reached out to a source close to Kendrick Lamar, and the response was immediately. They laughed it off and basically said exactly the same thing I was thinking. Why would he care? And honestly, that is the question nobody seems interested in asking. Why would Kendrick Lamar be losing his mind because Future hopped on a Drake song? That doesn't even align with how Kendrick Lamar moves. The allegation that Kendrick Lamar trashed a studio, it ruined the equipment worth thousands of dollars because Future collaborated with Drake is 100% fabricated. This is another example of engagement farming, people manufacturing narratives because outrage and chaos generates clicks. And the funny thing is, if people actually understood the history here, the lie falls apart even faster. Like That is the song that kicked all of this off, right? We all know that, the rap civil war. Outside of, the decade plus of Drake and Kendrick going back and forth, right? But that record featured Kendrick, Metro Boomin, and Future. But let's be very clear about something a lot of people still don't understand. This was not a group project for Kendrick Lamar. This was Kendrick Lamar's plan. He had a plan and he just needed the platform. He strategically used Metro and Future's platform to launch the moment. The same way he strategically used Big Sean's Control record years ago to shake up the rap culture. This was the perfect storm. So the idea that Kendrick is somewhere emotionally spiraling because Future and Drake link back up, please stop it. Please. I can assure you Kendrick Lamar is not losing sleep over Future and Drake being friends. Future is not his family. Future is not his best friend. Future is someone he has collaborated and performed with. That's it. This is business. And honestly, some of Future's biggest cultural moments are tied directly to Kendrick Lamar. Like, are we forgetting Kendrick helped Future secure his first Grammy ever? Ever. This is not their first collaboration. They have history professionally. This isn't like one of those the Snoop Dogg moments where Kendrick saw Snoop Dogg as his OG and he felt some type of way about it because Snoop Dogg is the one who handed him the crown. This is not that. This is not Kendrick feeling some type of way about Lil Wayne because this is someone he grew up idolizing. This is not that. But that does not mean Kendrick is emotionally invested in Future's loyalty just because they have collaborated together, like some people for some reason want to believe. Now, speaking of history again, let's talk about the deeper layer of this conversation because this is where people keep missing Kendrick's actual point. During the battle, Kendrick dropped Not Like Us. And one of the major themes in that song was Drake being a cultural colonizer, right? Especially in Atlanta. Kendrick basically accused Drake of going down there, planting his flag, absorbing the culture, benefiting from the artist, the sound, the movement, and using all of it for personal gain. It's not just Atlanta, but that's the most prominent one. He's done this in other places as well. But here's the part that people don't talk about enough. The record was not only calling out Drake, and I have said this shit plenty of times on this platform. The cousins are probably tired of me repeating the shit. But he was also calling out Atlanta. He was calling out the rappers, Future, 21, Lil Baby, Quavo, all of them. Because Kendrick's point was essential. It was Drake needed y'all more than y'all needed him. And he needs y'all to realize that. Atlanta already had the influence. Migos was already popping. Atlanta already had the culture. Atlanta already had the sound dominating hip hop. Drake benefited from attaching himself to that ecosystem. Now, sure, maybe some artists got a hit record out of it. Not denying that at all. Not at all. Maybe they made good money together. Cool, right? Him with Young Thug as well. But Kendrick's point was that y'all allowed someone from outside the culture, from Toronto, from a Jewish neighborhood in a suburb somewhere, a child actor, to become so comfortable of profiting off of your movement that now he can weaponize it whenever he wants. And now here we are again with Ran to Atlanta. Drake probably wants this record to feel like some major reclaiming moment. Yeah, you said I colonized, but look, they on a song with me again. First of all, I heard that verse was years old, but does that really matter? Because Future is in the video. Future is on social media talking about Iceman and Pluto link back up, whatever he was saying. But honestly, it just proves Kendrick's point overall. Because now people are already saying, so Drake finally got another moment once he got back with Future. And Drake better hope that is not the narrative that sticks if this song takes off. Drake, you better hope. You better hope and pray that Ran to Atlanta is not the record that helps you break Michael Jackson's record for number one. You better not hope, because the conversation is going to be, you needed Future to do it. What Did I Miss went number two. The other song went number two. The other songs flopped. All flopped. Disgusting. Out of there. And for you to get your first number one, and it's because Future is on the track, baby, the narratives are going to write themselves. Now, another reason this rumor sounds fake about Kendrick Lamar trashing a studio is because that's not Kendrick Lamar's personality. I know everybody see him as the boogeyman. I know he's scary, he's tiny, and he's raw and all of that. Like, I get it. But if you know Kendrick Lamar's personality based on like his interviews, the people around him, how they describe him, right? That's not his personality. Kendrick Lamar is widely known as a perfectionist, someone who's very disciplined, calculated, and focused, respectful. The studio for Kendrick Lamar is a sacred space. It's where he crafts albums that people study in universities. This is not somebody known for destroying equipment because his feelings got hurt over another rapper's feature placement. Excuse me. That just sounds like fan fiction off the bat, written by people who don't actually understand him. But unfortunately, this is what social media has become. People see a viral tweet and immediately repeat it without verification. And what's even scarier is watching people with major platforms do the exact same thing. For example, there's literally a clip of Joe Budden's podcast where Joe was repeating this easily debunked rumor about Drake allegedly paying Molly Santana, I think that's her name, $500,000 to be a feature on Ransom Atlanta, the song with Future. Again, what is it based on? Who confirmed this? Where's the evidence? Where is it? This is supposedly the biggest platform in hip hop media, and there's no enhanced due diligence team. There's no quality control team. When y'all first come in, when y'all doing y'all pleasantries, saying good morning, eating y'all breakfast before y'all sit down on this funky ass white couch, nobody is running down the topics and presenting the facts. There's no real fact checking happening here. It's just narratives, vibes, and hookah. And that's a problem. That's a problem. As media personalities, podcasters, commentators, journalists, whatever category you fall into, I personally believe we have a responsibility to debunk misinformation and not amplify it, especially when we have thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening to us. Joe Biden, you have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening to you, people paying for paywalled material. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I tweeted that. Biggest platform in hip hop with thousands of listeners does not have a research team. Like, come on. Somebody got to do better. And now, funny enough as well, shout out to Jar from the Rap Roundtable. He jumped into my mentions talking about, well, where is it? Here it is. Well, the company man reported the same thing, so you might want to tone the judgment down. First of all, who you talking to? Love Jarv down. Love Justin too, but absolutely not. Who you talking to? Y'all are not. Well, you specifically, Jarv. You were not going to present this as if he can't be checked. As if you can't be checked. Even you. Nope. It is our duty to correct each other in this space. Period. I'm not exempt from being corrected. Nobody is safe. Not the company man, not Joe Budden, not Jarv, not me. And that's exactly why I constantly tell my cousins, do your own research after hearing any story, including from me. Because we are all human and make mistakes. Mistakes happen. But this isn't the case of a mistake, especially with the parody page with Kendrick. That was intentional. Joe Budden specifically, he is a repeat offender. This keeps happening. That is the issue. And bringing up the company man is funny because if I had been in that stream, which I wasn't, because that's the point of view that he's speaking on. He said, had it been me, you would have been in my chat frying me up right away, so you could absolutely get the fuck out of here right along with me. If I was in that space, I wasn't, I would have corrected him as well. Again, nobody is safe. Ain't no cap in my rap. Anybody could be corrected. Matter of fact, there was literally an example of this happening last night on Culture United. Shout out to Culture United. Justin pulled up a tweet from an account that he thought belonged to Metro Boomin responding to Drake and Future's collaboration. But my girl BK was immediately on it, and she pointed out that was a parody page. And you know what Justin did? He thanked her. It's that simple. Because unlike some people online, he doesn't want to spread false information. Another example that happened last night when I actually was in the stream. During that conversation about Drake, the White House came up and how the White House is using Iceman to promote white supremacy and ICE raids. Someone tried to compare it to Kendrick Lamar supposedly having his music used by the White House. Wrong. Misinformation. Nope. Because if people had actually watched the TikTok instead of reading a misleading article, they would have known the White House did not use Kendrick Lamar's music. What actually happened was a viral TikTok sound using the Creed instrumental mixed with one of Kendrick's verses from Untitled Unmastered became popular online. The White House used the instrumental trend, not Kendrick's actual record. His voice is nowhere in the record. Actually, you know what? Let me play that.
I wake up determined to deliver a better life for the people all across this nation. I am your voice.
Okay, so that is the video in question that was mentioned on the stream last night. That distinction matters because, as you can hear, Kendrick Lamar's voice is not in that video. And anybody who is familiar with Kendrick Lamar's music and his message and his politics already knows exactly how he feels about Trump. He has said it repeatedly. He does not fuck with 45, 47, period. So no, it was not some gotcha comparison that someone was trying to do. And yes, I sent the clarification directly to the company man through text messages, and he read it on stream because, again, nobody is safe from being corrected. Ain't no cap in my rap. Period. Even you, even me, that's the point. So to bring this all back around, cousins, because I feel like at this point I'm ranting, but to bring this all back around, this narrative that Kendrick Lamar trashed a recording studio because he was angry about Future appearing on Drake's album is completely false. Period. It came from a parody account. It got amplified because people don't verify information anymore. And now we're watching another fake story spread through hip hop media ecosystem simply because the drama travels faster than the facts. We all have to do better as consumers, as creators, as media personalities when it comes to information we repeat publicly. Because once misinformation, spreads, people start treating lies like historical facts. And that is very dangerous. So, cousins, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this topic today. How are we feeling? Before heading out, please smash the like button, hype this video up so it can reach other viewers. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. Would love to have you a part of the family. There's also a link in my description to join my Discord. The Discord is where it's at when we are not on the channel. And if you would like to support the channel directly as well, there is a link to my Cash App also available. I would appreciate a donation. Again, thank you for watching this video all the way through. Y'all be safe, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Later.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.